to the Atlas Test Kitchen and another episode of Atlas Eats. This being November, we thought, how could we make a Thanksgiving dinner if we were on the road, in an RV, in an extended stay, in an apartment, and all you had was a crock-pot and a refrigerator. And I think Karen has figured this out.
We hope so.
We hope so.
We hope so. Yes.
So we're going to give it a shot. So what do we have? Tell me what we have.
Okay,
here.
so we're going to do Thanksgiving dinner in a crock pot. I just kind of did some research online, found a recipe. We're going to try it out today. It's going to have a little bit of turkey, a little bit of stuffing, some potatoes. So it's kind of most of your Thanksgiving dinner. I mean, it's no green bean casserole, but I think we can get by without it. If you need to, you can always open up a can of cranberries and dump it out and slice it.
Yes.
And then we're going to put together a no-bake pumpkin pie.
Yep.
So if you don't have access to a stove or oven, we figured this is going to be the closest thing we can get to a pumpkin pie.
So client manager Pam Prashad is with us today to do that piece for us. So client manager for mostly up in the Northeast, yes?
Yeah. Yep.
So Washington, Oregon, that area.
Yep.
Which has no connection to pumpkin pie whatsoever, but I volunteered her yesterday for this. So, all right. Let's start with the turkey first then.
So let's get going. So we're going to start out. Rich is going to put it together for us.
Okay.
We're going to layer the potatoes in the bottom. We're using a golden potato that's been quartered or halved.
And so you didn't peel them, correct?
Nope, they're not peeled. The nice thing about golden potatoes, they have a very thin skin that kind of crisp up a little bit, and we're just going to go straight on the bottom.
So on the bottom, okay.
Yep.
So you make like just a little thing on the bottom there, okay.
All right, and then I just bought turkey parts. The recipe originally called for a 3 to 5 pound turkey. I don't even know where you would get one of those.
I don't think a 3 to 5 pound turkey would fit in the crock pot.
I don't know either. We call those chickens. So we're just gonna go with turkey parts.
Okay.
So what I did actually get is a turkey roast, a breast roast. And we're gonna use that. I'm using gloves because anytime you handle poultry, you should
be careful of cross-contamination, obviously. Yeah.
And then I got 2 turkey thighs. So we have a little bit of white meat and a little bit of dark meat in there.
So that's bone in, yes?
This one's bone in. The breast is boneless.
Boneless, okay.
Okay. So then what we're going to do is we're going to put the celery, carrots around the turkey as much as possible, and then the onions on top of that.
So are we talking like a cup of each in this?
So there's like 2 cups of carrots, a cup of celery, and we're just going to go around the edges as much as possible. Around the edges. And it doesn't matter, it's a crock pot. It's all just going to cook together.
Okay.
Then we're going to put the
onions.
That's a half of an onion.
Okay.
So I think that's a lot of onion, particularly.
That is a lot of onion.
But it's only a half, I promise.
So it's like a cup-ish, maybe?
It's about a cup.
Okay.
It's a half.
Around the outside, too? Is that what we're doing?
Sure. Perfect.
Okay.
All right, and then we just got regular stovetop stuffing. I love stuffing. It did call for a box of stuffing, but I thought it was too small. In my family, if you don't have as much starch as possible, then it's not Thanksgiving.
So just right on the top.
Right over the top.
Okay.
And we have a trash can right over there for you, Rich.
Okay.
All right, and then we have the chicken stock is what we're going to pour right over the top of it. It's 2 cups of chicken stock. This is a quart. I've already taken 2 cups out, so there's actually 2 cups in there.
So just 2 cups of this.
So there's just 2 cups. So you're going to pour all of it over the top and get it all nice and wet.
Does it really matter if it covers? I mean, you're just going to pour it in there, and it's pretty much going to do its job.
Yeah.
Anyway, right?
Yep.
I mean, so.
And then we're going to cover it, plug it in. It's going to cook for 5 to 6 hours on high, or 8 to 9 hours on low, depending on how much time you want to take. And that's it. You can just plug it in, and I would say after 2 to 3 hours, maybe go and stir the stuffing on top a little bit just to kind of mix it up. You want to get kind of a nice turkey flavor on it. Okay, and that's it. Now we're done. So now we're going to move on to the no-bake pumpkin pie. So we have 1 cup of pumpkin puree that we're going to put into a bowl. And the big thing is make sure it's pumpkin puree you're purchasing and not pumpkin pie filling. Pumpkin pie filling has all your sugars, eggs, and evaporated milk in it already. This is just pumpkin, okay?
All right.
Then you're gonna put in a 1/4 cup of milk.
Pre-measured already in
Yes.
the salsa bowl. I guess you're using whatever you have,
We
right?
are using what is available to us here.
Absolutely.
We have 2 teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice that are gonna go into it.
Okay.
And then 1 3.4 ounce box of vanilla pudding. Instant vanilla pudding, instant, not cook and serve. So just dump that right in there. And we want to mix it up really good so there is no lumps. There's a whisk there. If you want to whisk it, it's okay to whisk it up. And the really nice thing about this pie is it takes 5 minutes to prep. So once again, you can prep it in the morning before you go to work. You put it in the refrigerator, come home, and cut and serve.
So how long does it take to actually set up in the refrigerator?
You want at least 3 hours in the refrigerator,
Okay.
I would say.
So again, you could make it in the morning right after you
Yep.
make this, and then
Yeah.
when you come back from work or whatever, it's done.
Absolutely. So when you have it all nice and mixed up, we're going to add 1 8-ounce tub of whipped topping. We're going to carefully fold the whipped topping into our mixture.
You're getting very technical on us with the
So
fold.
a fold is just you're kind of scraping around the side and mixing in, coming through the middle. So what you don't want to do is you don't want to lose your air in your whipped topping.
Okay.
So you want it to be fluffy.
Oh.
So that's what a fold does. And then you can go ahead and now just mix the rest of your whipped topping directly into the bowl.
Mix or fold?
Fold.
Fold.
You just put the rest of it in.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
All right.
Now in my family, that would never, that's just a waste. So somebody would pick that bowl up and then just eat it
And then
with
just-
their fingers.
Right out of
But
the
nobody's gonna
thing.
do that now that Rich licked it.
Yeah, well, I'm sure Pete would if he was around. I don't know, but
Yes.
And then you would wash this and then use this to take leftovers home later.
Yes, and if you're in my mom's house, she has one cupboard dedicated to her whipped cream bowls.
They would refer to this as the Tupperware.
The Tupperware?
Yeah,
Yes.
oh, yeah, mhm.
So now we're going to go ahead and put all of that into our Graham Crust.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Look, you can't make a pie without breaking a few eggs.
well, this one you can because there's actually no eggs in it.
Okay, you're right.
But you're right.
Right?
But you are correct.
I am 100% correct.
There, we saved it.
That looks good. That looks good.
Okay.
So now you're going to just push it down, swirl it around, make pretty because you want all your Thanksgiving to be delightfully gorgeous.
Because you never know when like Food Network would show up and
Yeah, and start taking pictures and
put you on
filming
camera.
Yeah.
Right, right. Cake Master or whatever that show is.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
We're going to call ourselves
looks
the
good.
Pie Boss. There you go.
What do you think?
Perfect.
That's it.
Perfect. That's it.
And now it's going to go in the refrigerator and set, and we're going to come back later and eat, and it's going to be delicious.
So 5 to 6 hours on this, and then
Yep, 5 to
we'll,
6 hours on this, and
we'll be back.
We'll come back.
All right.
One eternity later.
Okay, 5 hours later. Here we go.
Here we go.
Let's walk through this because this isn't what I thought it was going to look like, but it looks and smells like Thanksgiving.
It smells like Thanksgiving. It kind of looks like my day after Thanksgiving leftover meal. But
Leftovers, yes.
So we had turkey breast roast and 2 turkey thighs. So we have a little bit of white meat and a little bit of dark meat for everybody. And then the stuffing, potatoes, carrots, onions, kind of all cooked together.
Yep. So you
And
can tell
It looks like they made its own gravy, so that's actually maybe a good thing.
I
That's what
guess.
we're going to dip our rolls into.
Sure.
And so we're going to get ready to eat.
Let's be honest, it all goes to the same place anyway,
That's right.
And
My Thanksgiving
my
turkey
belly.
dinner always just goes onto a giant plate and everything gets eaten together.
Right.
And then Rich has supplied us with some cranberry tart beer in case you were missing out on your cranberries
Just
for
in
your
case.
Thanksgiving.
Oh, and Hannah found this at Trader Joe's. In case you don't have access to any of this, you can buy turkey and stuffing and seasoned kettle chips. Oddly enough, it tastes exactly like this.
No.
I don't even, well,
It doesn't.
You don't know it's good.
You're right.
So,
I don't.
all right, so we're gonna get some people in here and we're gonna try this out. Pretty good. Everybody got food? All right, dig in. Let's see how it is.
It is moist.
There you go.
That is not the word for this Thanksgiving.
It's like it made its own gravy. That's the weird
It
thing.
did kind of make its own gravy.
The turkey's actually pretty good. Really good.
Very good.
Actually, do you want to hand me the pie back? I want to plate up a couple of them. And I want you guys to try it to see if it's any good. It is a no-bake pumpkin pie.
Still take one.
Pie. Pie.
I thought you said yes. Sorry. My bad.
Take one. There you go.
There we go. All right. So from all of us at Atlas to all of you, wherever you are on the road, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
We'll see you next time.